Hey everybody, it is Rick. This is a bit of a different end of the year video. I've been teasing it in my worst and best of the year video. So what this video is going to be, and I'm going to try to figure out how to do this fairly quickly, but still give it time to put the posters next to me. This video is the films of 2021 that I have not yet seen as of today, January 23rd, the day I'm recording this. What I want this to kind of be an interactive video. I want you guys to let me know which of these movies I should push towards the top of my to-watch list, which ones I should push down. I have access to a majority of these films. I'll kind of mention where they're available. I own some of them. A few of them I plan on watching in the very near future, and I'll kind of mention that. So I'm going to dive right in. Like I said, I'm going to give enough space, but I'm not going to talk in depth about a lot of them because this video, like I said, there's 94 films that I want to see. I'll talk for a couple seconds. I'll have the poster flash. Let me know what should get pushed up the list. Let me know if there's stuff that I should push down to the very bottom. Let me know. And yeah, like I mentioned in the previous videos, I'll do this a bit different. On my Letterboxd, which the link is down below, I keep a list of all the movies I watch in a year, but also rank the movies as I watch them. So this year, 2022, I've already ranked the 2 films that have been released this year in order, and I constantly update those. So if I watch 2021 movies this year, they'll get put in my 2021 ranked, and my top and worst could change throughout the year. So follow me on there. Also links to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter down below, Letterboxd, which I mentioned, my eBay store, my Amazon wishlist, my Blu-ray.com profile, email address, P.O. Box, all down below. So I'm going to do that now. A lot of people don't see that part of the video, but there it is. I snuck it in early. Let's dive right in. 15 Minutes of Fame is an HBO Max documentary, I want to say produced by Monica Lewinsky, about social media in the current climate. The Addams Family 2, I'll hopefully be getting from Pam in the future, is the sequel to the animated Addams Family, which was a good movie, one I enjoyed, and I'm sure RJ, Bridget, and I would like to watch the sequel. After We Fall, which is the third in the After trilogy, which I believe are like rated R YA romance movies. I'm curious to check them out. I need to watch the first 2 before I watch the third one. Excuse me, America the Motion Picture, which is the animated Netflix movie voiced by Channing Tatum, among others. I know my buddy Jacob, J2H, wasn't a huge fan, but it still has me curious. American Underdog is one I really do want to watch, hopefully when it comes to physical media, about Kurt Warner and how he got brought in as the St. Louis Rams at the time quarterback. Annette, which is an Amazon Prime film. I don't know much about this one, but I remember seeing the trailer and thinking that it looked like an interesting film. Antlers, which is a movie I recently acquired from Pam at the Video Game Movie Dome. Definitely one I'm very curious to check out. A horror film with Kerry Russell. Army of Thieves, which is a Netflix exclusive sequel to Army of the Dead. It's a prequel, if I'm not mistaken. I enjoyed Army of the Dead, so why not? Being the Ricardos, which is an Amazon Prime exclusive with Nicole Kidman about Lucille Ball, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Belfast, which we were supposed to see an early screening of, and I believe I was under the weather, or Bridget was under the weather, and we weren't able to see it in the theaters. I've heard great things about it. It stars Jamie Dornan. So curious to check that one out. Best Sellers, which has Aubrey Plaza, who I really love. I almost said Audrey Plaza, but it's Aubrey Plaza. Yeah, Aubrey Plaza and Michael Caine. I think my local library has that, so I'll have to borrow it from the library, and I can either back it up to watch at a later time or watch it when I get it from there. Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry. Is a Apple Plus movie. Hopefully sometime this year I'll be doing an Apple Plus 4-month trial that's available through Target, as there are a handful of Apple Plus movies on this list, so I currently do not have access to this. Bruised, which is a Netflix film about Halle Berry, and I believe she plays a cage fighter who's retired but comes out of retirement to support a family, I'm pretty sure. Come On, which is the new Joaquin Phoenix A24 movie, another black and white movie. I listened to a Film Junk podcast. This is one they talked about on their year-end list. So I'm curious to check that out, maybe when it comes to physical media. Coming to America, the sequel to Coming to America. Feels so weird to say. One I've heard very mixed things about, but as a comedy fan, definitely one I am curious to watch. Concrete Cowboy, a Netflix movie with Idris Elba that I don't know a ton about, but remember seeing a trailer. I want to say it came out early 2021. Cop Shop, which is another film I recently acquired from the Video Game Movie Dome with Gerard Butler. That'll definitely probably be whenever I have my next dude day to watch movies, like when Bridget goes to visit family or something. That is at the top of my list to watch for my next dude day. Crisis. Don't know much about it except Armie Hammer's in it, and I enjoy Armie Hammer as an actor. Dangerous, another film that I believe came out from Lionsgate and stars Mel Gibson. Don't know a ton about that one as well, but it looked intriguing enough, so it's on my list. Dear Evan Hansen, another movie I've heard very mixed things on. I know my sister Sarah despised it, but is one I recently grabbed from the Video Game Movie Dome, so I'm curious to check it out. Demonic. I don't even remember what it's about, but as soon as I see a trailer for something that looks interesting, I try to put it on my to watch list from the year it comes out. So Demonic, here's the poster. Anybody seen it? I don't even know if I have access to it. Die in a Gunfight, a movie I own that looked interesting. I want to say that Alexandra Daddario. Don't remember much about that one. DMX, Don't Try to Understand, is a HBO Music Box documentary. The same people who did the Woodstock 99 documentary. They've also done a few other ones that I'm curious about. Definitely curious to watch that. I'm a sucker for music docs. So, Encounter, which is an Amazon Prime film starring Riz Ahmed. It has two little boys and they're kind of they're on the run, but I don't remember much more about it. Every Breath You Take. I know it's not about the police. Here's the poster for it. I think the library has that one too. So I have access. I need to start using the library more to rent these movies instead of paying for them, watching them, and selling them. I should start borrowing more from the library. Extinct has a really good voice cast. It's an animated movie on Netflix, so maybe in the future when we have RJ, we'll check this one out. There's a few other animated movies on here that we'll have to watch with RJ. Fear of Rain. I own it. I do not. It's up there, but I can't reach it. I own it. Don't remember what it's about, but obviously it looked intriguing to me, and I probably got it inexpensively from my Facebook guy. Finch, another Apple Plus film, this one with Tom Hanks. So this will go on my list of Apple Plus stuff I want to watch alongside Greyhound, which is a movie from last year of Tom Hanks that I wanted to see. The Forever Purge, I own on 4K from the Video Game Movie Dome. Curious to watch that one. I heard bad things when I saw the trailers for it, it looked horrible. But I've heard decent word of mouth, better than a lot of the other later Purge sequels, and I've seen all the other ones, so why not watch the fifth one? I think the fifth one. The Gateway. There's the poster. Obviously, the trailer looked interesting to me. The Guilty, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, a Netflix film. I'm pretty much going off by memory, guys. I'm pretty impressed so far that I've only forgotten a few premises. The Guilty, he's a 911 operator and he's trying to help a woman. Look good. Gully is coming to Hulu soon. I want to say it has Kelvin Harrison Jr. in it. Another one that looked intriguing to me that I don't necessarily remember a lot of. Here Today, I actually recently grabbed from a library, starring Tiffany Haddish and Billy Crystal. Looks interesting, so I'll back that up to my computer to watch at a later time. How It Ends is a comedy about an apocalypse, end of the world situation coming. I want to say it's coming soon to either Hulu or HBO Max. Looks like it'll be a 90-minute comedy that I can watch in the background while I'm doing stuff. I don't have high expectations for that. I know it's on Blu-ray as an MOD, but I'll just watch when streaming. The Humans is an A24 movie with a star-studded cast. Richard Jenkins, Schumer, I almost said Schneider. She's the Jeopardy champion right now. Amy Schumer, Beanie Feldstein. It's pretty much based on a play. Takes place all in an apartment, but looks like it should be an interesting enough movie to watch. One of those movies where there's a lot of dialogue, but not a lot necessarily happens, but the cast has me on board. Infinite, which is a Paramount Plus movie with Mark Wahlberg. This is another, I think Bridget was interested in seeing this, or it might have been the other Mark Wahlberg movie that came out in 2020, the Netflix one where Post Malone's in it. I forget if she's interested in that one. Intrusion is a home invasion movie on Netflix. It looked interesting from the trailer. Jagged, which is a documentary about Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill album. A movie that has since come out, and Alanis Morissette said that she's not happy with the end result of the film, so she will not support it. Has me intrigued to watch it, though. Joe Bell is a movie I own, got from my Facebook guy, with Mark Wahlberg and his son who's bullied, and Mark Wahlberg goes on like a trip across America to kind of bring awareness to the bullying that's going on. A Journal for Jordan, which is directed by Denzel Washington and stars Michael B. Jordan. Looks like it's going to be a tearjerker. It came out the end of the year about a soldier who's having a baby, and looks like it could be a really sad one, possibly. Kate is a Netflix woman-driven action movie. I feel like there's been a lot of those, stuff like Gunpowder Milkshake, Anna, Ava, Lucy, usually one-word titles with a woman's name. Kate is another one in that line. I want to say it stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, if I remember correctly. The Kingsman, which I have not heard great things about, but I love the Kingsman movies, so I will check out The Kingsman. I know that is coming to streaming very soon. It's going to be on Hulu the middle of February, which is pretty crazy, before it comes out on physical. So I'll watch it hopefully on streaming and see if it's worth getting the physical. But from what I heard, pretty much a World War II movie that's not really a Kingsman film. Lady of the Manor is a comedy movie. I forget who stars in it. I want to say it's Justin Long and Melanie Linsky, I think, is in it. But it looked pretty funny. Bridget watched the trailer with me, and she seemed to be pretty on board. And that recently came to Hulu or Amazon Prime. So eventually we'll watch that. Lamb, I want to say another A24 movie about a lamb that might be crossed with a human. It is I want to say it's a Nordic film. The trailer looked bizarre, but I'm curious to watch it. So Lamb, hopefully we'll get a physical release, or at least I'll be able to have access to it in the near future on a streaming service. Language Lessons, the only thing I remember about this poster, if I'm not mistaken, is Mark Duplass is in it. I hope I'm talking about the right movie. The poster is going to be next to me. So, The Last Duel, I've heard really good things about. That is a movie highly out of my comfort zone with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, a period piece. Not a movie I would typically go for, but I've heard very, very good things about. I want to say it's directed by Ridley Scott, although I could be mistaken. But curious nonetheless. Long Weekend. Finn Wittrock is in this, and I want to say it's a love story, but I don't remember a lot about that one. Mainstream stars Andrew Garfield. It looked like a very weird movie. Hopefully not as weird as Under the Silver Lake was, because I was not a fan of that film. Malcolm and Marie, a movie that came out very early 2021 in black and white, starring Zendaya and John David Washington, I want to say. It's about, like, one of them is, I want to say Zendaya is an actress, and it's about them after an award ceremony or a movie premiere, and basically is a conversation between them, all in black and white, but looks interesting. This movie got added to my list later in the year, and it's a documentary called A Man Named Scott. It's about Kid Cudi on Amazon. Actually has Shia LaBeouf and Timothée Chalamet on it, who are two of my favorites. So because they're involved in it, and it's a music documentary, definitely curious to check that one out. And I had known nothing about it up until a month ago when I was looking at Shia LaBeouf and Timothée Chalamet movies, and they were both listed. Midnight in the Switchgrass, which I believe is a Bruce Willis film, but also stars Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, who are a very weird couple that have happened, also in 2021. Mixtape, which is about a girl who finds a tape that was left by her dad or her mom, and she discovers it. Looks like it would be interesting if it's driven by music. That's a Netflix film. Monster. I know the poster is like a face and it's kind of blurry and it has the word monster in the middle. Hopefully I'm right because the poster is here. Don't remember a lot about it, but remember it looking intriguing. Music is intriguing because I've heard it's horrible. It's written, directed by Sia, I want to say. And it stars Kate Hudson. I think it won a bunch of Razzies, but I'm curious about it, honestly. It can't be that bad, right? Naked Singularity. I want to say it has the guy from Star Wars, John, is it Boyega? Am I just making that name up? John, I want to say it's his name. He's probably on the poster. National Champions, another sports-driven movie. I want to say that has J.K. Simmons in it. I remember that looking really intriguing as well. That was about like their, you know what? National Champions is about their like going to a college championship, and the players are mad that all these people are making all this money off of them and they're risking their lives. I mean, it's very based on what's going on in college sports now, and players trying to like earn money from their play. 9 Days, which is a movie we'll hopefully be watching this week, is on a lot of people's best of the year list. A fantastic cast. Got it from the library recently this week. Zazie Beetz is in it. Benedict Wong, Winston Duke. Looks very interesting. Definitely curious to check that one out. No Time to Die, the newest James Bond film, perhaps the last of Daniel Craig. Recently acquired that from the Video Game Movie Dome. Excited to check that one out. North Hollywood. I forget what drove me to this. I know it has to do with skateboarding. There was something I watched that I did some research and found out about this movie, North Hollywood, and watched the trailer. And I'm very curious to see it. The Novice, which is a film about a woman on a rowing team in college and what she goes through to like be a varsity member of the rowing team. Looks like an intense like thriller, very intriguing from the trailer. Oasis, Knebworth, 1996 is a music documentary film about Oasis's performance at Knebworth 1996. This is available on Paramount Plus. Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin. I've seen all the other Paranormal Activity movies. I want to check that one out on Paramount Plus. Pig, the Nicolas Cage film, I know is available on Hulu. I've heard very interesting things about it. I've heard it be on people's top 10 of the year list. I still haven't seen Mandy. I actually made a Nicolas Cage movies I need to watch list on my Letterboxd. The Power of the Dog, a movie that's getting tons of award buzz. One of the favorites for Best Picture this year in the Oscars. Kirsten Dunst, Benedict Cumberbatch, Jesse Plemons, all star in this one. It's a Western, which for me, not my favorite genre, but curious enough to check it out. Profile, which is a movie done over like a Zoom, and it's about a girl who's pretending to be Muslim to infiltrate a group of like Muslim extremists, if I remember correctly. Looked interesting. Red Rocket, the newest A24 movie about Simon Rex playing a porn star. I've heard really great things about that one as well. Want to check that out. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. I haven't seen the last like 3 or 4 Resident Evil movies, so maybe this year we'll finally dive into those, and then when the new one comes out, we can watch it. Respect, which is about Aretha Franklin. Recently acquired that from the Video Game Movie Dome. Jennifer Hudson plays Aretha Franklin. We're on the last page here, if I can have my fingers work. Ride the Eagle, which stars Jake Johnson. I want to say Susan Sarandon stars as his mom as well, on Hulu. Riders of Justice. This is a movie I knew nothing about. They were talking about this on the Film Junk podcast. It's available at my local library. I think it's a foreign film. I'm very curious about this one based on what they were saying about it. Silent Night, a like dark R comedy, but Christmas horror movie. Looked interesting. I want to say it starred, I want to say Anna's her first name, but I don't think that's right. Keira Knightley? Keira Knightley might be the star. I could be wrong. Silk Road is about like cryptocurrency. Stars Nick Robinson, if I'm not mistaken. Own that on physical. Sing 2, we'll watch when that comes out. Didn't want to go to the movies to see that one. I did enjoy Sing quite a bit. Small Engine Repair is coming to Hulu very soon, or is on Hulu by the time this drops. Excuse me, read the description about that. Looks very interesting. The Souvenir Part 2. I need to watch The Souvenir Part 1, which I own on DVD. To check out The Souvenir Part 2. It's an A24 movie. The Starling, which I heard is a very depressing movie on Netflix starring Melissa McCarthy. However, I'm still curious about it. Stillwater, which I own on Blu-ray, stars Matt Damon. It's about Matt Damon's daughter is like captive in a foreign country, if I'm not mistaken, and he goes to try to free her because she's being unlawfully held against her will. I'm pretty sure is what it's about. Stowaway is a Netflix movie. I don't remember much about it, but I think it takes place in space. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Swan Song, which I believe is another Apple Plus film starring Mahershala Ali. The trailer looked pretty interesting on that one. Don't remember necessarily what it's about though. Sweet Girl, starring Jason Momoa, is a Netflix movie. Don't remember hearing much about that one, or if I do, maybe it was just mediocre from what I heard. The Tender Bar, which is a newer film that came to Amazon Prime, starring Ben Affleck and I can't think of his name. He's a younger actor I really like. It's not Miles Teller. Oh, it's going to irk me. He's probably on the poster. Anyway, it's Ben Affleck and another actor I really enjoy. It's driving me crazy. Things Heard and Seen is another Netflix movie. Don't necessarily remember much about it, but I know Bridget's mom said we should check it out. She really enjoyed that one. Till Death, a movie that wasn't really on my radar until I heard people start talking about it. Was going to get it on physical at the Video Game Movie Dome. Saw it was on Netflix. Stars Megan Fox. Figure it's probably a one-time watch for me, so I'll wait. Titane, who is directed by the person who did Raw, which we watched in 2021, was a crazy movie, but I enjoyed it. The premise of Titane looks insane. I'm probably not even saying the title properly, but definitely curious to check that one out this year. The Tragedy of Macbeth, another Apple Plus exclusive, starring Denzel Washington, maybe also in black and white, a retelling of Macbeth, the Shakespeare story. The United States vs. Billie Holiday, the Hulu exclusive film. Pretty curious about that one. Val, the documentary about Val Kilmer on Amazon Prime. Another film I'm absolutely curious about checking out. Vivo, an animated film that I believe Lin-Manuel did the music to, so I should really push that up my list. If I remember correctly, a Netflix film. West Side Story, the remake by Steven Spielberg. I've heard amazing things. Probably won't get to watch that till it comes out in physical media. Hopefully I'll get it on 4K to watch it because I've heard it's a beautiful movie. I heard it's really well done, and I love, love, love the original West Side Story. Without Remorse, which is a Tom Clancy movie. Michael B. Jordan stars in it on Amazon Prime. I think it's an Amazon Prime film. What Drives Us is a documentary done by Dave Grohl about like the band and the touring lifestyle on like vans and buses. Worth, which is a Netflix movie starring Michael Keaton, and it was after, I want to say it was about the people who died in 9/11, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not making that up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's worth, and the trial that went into it, and some people gained more money than others for losing their loved ones. Last but not least, the final movie of 2021 on my list that I want to check out is Wrong Turn. I've only seen the original Wrong Turn. I heard the remake. I've heard from some people it's great. I've heard from some people it's garbage. I own it on physical, so I'll eventually check that one out. that is it, guys. So let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. A bit of a different thing. But like I said, I really did this because I thought it would be fun to have people get their thoughts to me on what they recommend I check out sooner rather than later. Stuff that I can push far down the watch list, or there might be some stuff that you guys tell me to not watch, honestly. I'll probably still check them out, to be honest with you. But yeah, so that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, a bit of a different video. And that is it. So until next time, who's down to movie?